decided. Okay, now welcome. Now that we have the recording going, we're glad that you guys could join us. We just kind of threw this together. We've been having so many great conversations with people about this opportunity, and we thought, why not get everybody together and just kind of share a little bit about it and answer some questions. I know everybody's kind of probably in a different place, whether you are brand new to this and you've never heard about the coaching opportunity, or maybe you've been a client for a while, you've kind of been thinking about it. We probably have people in so many different places. So we're going to kind of cover a couple different things. I can start by sharing my story so you know who I am, and then I'll hand it over to Anna. So, my name is Allie McCabe. I have been coaching for a little over 5 years now. I am a wife and a mom of two. I have a 9-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl, and we live in Janesville, Wisconsin. I started my health journey with Optavia in June of 2020. I lost 33 pounds in about 16 weeks and felt fantastic. But while I loved the program and I knew it worked, I was kind of hesitant to jump into coaching. I truly just didn't think I had the time. Maybe some of you are feeling that way too. Having two little ones at home, I was working full time as a speech therapist. I was coaching two dance teams and I was teaching some online courses. So I thought, there is no way I can add another thing to my plate. I don't want to be overwhelmed. And we were in a place where we needed the money. So it really was something I just wasn't quite sure about. But in August of 2020, so I was, a few months into my journey, and my in-laws said that they wanted to do the program and they didn't want to talk to a stranger. They wanted my help, and you can't argue with your in-laws. So I figured, you know what? If I'm going to be answering all their questions and helping them in their journeys anyways, then I might as well get paid for it. So I talked to my coach about it, and she reassured me that, I'd have her guidance and support and I can move at my own pace. That was a big one. There wasn't going to be any pressure. I decided to go for it. And then it really was, seeing my first few clients having success and feeling good. That was really the motivation that I needed to put myself out there and kind of get out of my comfort zone and fear of judgment and what other people would think, all of those things. So, shortly after I had started coaching, I went into the new school year and everyone wanted to know how I lost my weight. So that's really what jump started my business. And within 8 months, I had matched my full-time income. And this was literally working coaching into the teeny tiny white spaces of my day. And the thing that was really cool is, I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't stressed. I was truly having so much fun. And I was experiencing more personal growth in that short time than I had in an 11-year career. And that was really exciting. It was something that I really hadn't expected at all, and something I didn't really realize was so severely lacking in my career until I had something to compare it to. So, anyways, at the point where I had matched my full-time income, that's kind of when I started realizing, okay, this could be a lot more than I thought possible. So I made the decision to go all in and haven't looked back since. I left my job in June of 2022 and now get to do coaching whenever I want, from wherever I want. I get to, determine what my day looks like and where my time goes. There is no one telling me what to do, stressful deadlines or piles of tedious paperwork on my desk. So that part is awesome. But just really grateful that I took the chance on this because, maybe like many of you, I did have some fears and hesitations going into it. Like, what if I don't find any other clients besides my couple family members? Or, I don't know everything about health or the program, or I don't want to be salesy, right? So, but ultimately, the value coaching could bring to my life and the lives of those I care about was worth trying it out. Worst case scenario, it's just not for me. It's a zero risk business, not, there's nothing to lose, but there was so much that I could gain from it. So that's really the way that I looked at it and why I jumped in. So that's my story. I am going to hand it over to my friend Anna, which we didn't know each other prior to Optavia.
Yeah,
We're both Wisconsin girls.
we
Well,
are.
we're a Wisconsin girl. We are Packer fans over here.
So
Um,
wild. And
yes.
wearing matching necklaces tonight. I like was watching you. I was like, wait, we're both wearing our Brave necklace.
Last time we had matching tops on too, so
Yes, there was a Zoom not too long ago that we had the same outfit on, like verbatim, like jewelry, everything. And so, yeah, like Ali said, we grew up like an hour and a half away from each other and never met or anything. We both have the amazing mentor, Megan, who Team Brave. Anyways, so that's why we're matching tonight. But you've heard me share like that this community is really special. And Allie is a great example of that, is that I now consider Allie a close friend. She is my business, like pace setter, like, I don't know, sparring partner. But she was a complete stranger to me. We actually met in Mexico on a trip that both she and I had earned it to, what were we again? Cancun? We've been to Cancun and Cabo together. So I'm like, and that's the beautiful thing, you guys, there's trips and all the things that we get to go on. But it was in was it Cancun?
I think it was Cancun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cancun. We met there, and little did I know, like her and I had both just started coaching, and I had no clue that in give it a couple years time that we were going to be super close friends. And like, I mean, like so close. Like she like held my like 7 week old baby, like just all of that. So that's one of the things that about coaching when I got started. I needed friendship in my life. I was super busy with work and it felt like friendship got like the second ring in my life. And I'm not like here to like tell you to become a coach so that you have friends. But that was a fringe benefit that I was not prepared for. That it's one of the best things. And I was actually telling my sister-in-law the other day when we were together in Indiana and Michigan, I said, it's so hard for me sometimes because some of these people I've gotten so close with, we're at a distance. But the good thing with Optavia is I get to see them like 6 times a year if I go on all the trips. So, but I'm like, I mean, I wish that these people were like my neighbors and I could go to Target with them every other day. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, my name is Anna McGuire. I'm gonna flash up my picture so you can see what my metabolic reset was and what it did for me. I've been coaching for over 4 years. I think it's like 4 years and 4 months I'm at. And you guys, I had a lot of, I'm gonna keep it pretty real. I had a lot of pride prior to coaching. I did not think I needed anything like this. I had my master's degree in counseling. And I was on a pretty successful trajectory with counseling. However, I was trading a significant amount of time for money. I had zero margin in my day. I was commuting 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic every day. I had a 10-month-old son. And so it was an hour commute in the morning and then an hour commute in the afternoon, evening. I worked at a school as a school counselor. So by the time I got home, it was usually around like 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. And then my son was going to bed by 7. So I would have about 2 hours in the evening with him. And then on the weekends, I felt like I was recovering. But I had a lot of pride in what I was doing. And then eventually moved from school counseling to private practice counseling, which was demanding even more of my time because I was doing like a fellowship. And in the midst of all of that, not only was I losing tons of quality time with the people that I loved, my health was getting out of control. I developed ulcers in my stomach because of the amount of caffeine that I was drinking and the amount of stress that I was under. So, if you don't know what like an ulcer in your stomach is, it's basically acid is burning holes through your stomach. And so I had ulcers. I was getting terrible sleep. I had zero confidence, and I just felt like I was a shadow in my life. I didn't feel like I was really there, honestly. And I remember the day so clear. I went into my closet to pick out my outfit for the day. The day had just begun. Like I'd just woken up and I started counting on my fingers the hours until I could go to bed. And that rattled me. In the midst of doing that, like I was like, okay, I can go to bed in 10 hours. You guys, my days had just begun. And that was scary. And I was like, whoa. The first thing that came to my mind was God did not design me to live this way. Something has to change. I am not designed to sleep and just get by. And I had a conversation with Andrew, and my husband was already coaching and finding great success. And I just went to him and I was like, tell me what to do so that I can come home. And he said, let's replace your income with this. And so, all that to be said is that I lost 22 pounds in 2 months using our nursing moms plan. I did not compromise my milk supply. It felt incredible. And I started to build this business. And like Allie said, I started to do it in the margins of my day. I was not doing it on a full scale of like 8, 10 hours a day. I was doing it in the pockets of my time. I said, you know what, when my son goes to bed, instead of vegging out on TV, I'm going to do the business building actions and I'm going to believe it that I'm going to be able to come home. And not everybody wants to do that. We work with a lot of coaches who still have full-time jobs, part-time jobs, whatever it may be, but that was what I wanted. That's what my mental health needed. And I was shocked that within 6 months we matched my income. I did not think that was possible as a mental health counselor. But here I am 4 years later and my life has changed. I now have a 13-month-old daughter, and I again did the nursing moms plan, lost 40 pounds in about 5 months, and I feel incredible. I actually just went on my metabolic scale today, and I'm up another like half pound of muscle, and that feels really good. And because I haven't weighed myself since before Christmas, and so getting stronger, because it's not just about being like a certain pant size or a certain weight for me. It really is about longevity and health. And doing that targeted reset changed my life 4.5 years ago. And now doing it again in this season, again, I just feel incredible. And what's really fun is I'm 33. On my metabolic scale today, my metabolic age is 29. Okay. So I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm like healthier in my 30s than I actually was in my 20s. So that's a little bit of my story. And maybe you're here tonight and you've already started the journey of your reset. And if you have, congratulations. Or maybe you're on the cusp of wanting to start something different. Can I tell you that this is the season? This is the time. I believe that we are given one life. And I was talking to a client of mine who she's lost over 60 pounds. She's a mom of four, a homeschool mom. She is just like the most amazing client. She's now working out like 3 days a week. Anyways, she said that she was talking to another friend on like Monday or something like that. And the friend who's also in her mid 30s said, oh, life is just downhill from here. And thankfully, my client like was like, I disagree with that. And her telling me that it like rose up something new in me is that I disagree with that too. Is that anybody who would believe that your life is downhill from here, it is not. Like you have a purpose, but if you're supposed to show up for that purpose, like you've got to be healthy and whole and present. And a lot of us need a reset. Here's the hard data. So whether you're thinking about a reset for yourself or you're like, I'm already in a reset and I'm curious about paying it forward, would you know that 93% of Americans over the age of 18 have metabolic dysfunction? And maybe you're wondering, what is metabolic dysfunction? It's where your metabolism really is the engine of your health. Your metabolism is connected to every single one of your organs. And 93% of Americans, their metabolism is broken, but it can easily be fixed with a targeted reset. And that is what we do. So you think about the data. 9 out of 10, do you know? Wave at me. Do you know at least 10 people? Yes, you do know at least 10 people. 9.3 of the 10 people you know, and in some cities and states, it's upwards of 97%, but that's besides the point. 9.3 out of the 10 people you know. Now, if you know 100 people, 93 of the 100 people you know need a metabolic reset. This mission is bigger than just me or Allie. We could never, in our best effort or energy, reach everyone who needs this. Everyone who needs this. And what's crazy is that metabolic dysfunction is connected to the 9 out of the 10 leading causes of death. The only one it doesn't cover is car accidents. Every other one, cancer, heart disease, so many other things. The 9 out of 10, we metabolic dysfunction is connected to it, and we have scientifically proven This is like FDA approved, approved by the US government, all of our research. We reverse metabolic dysfunction, meaning we reverse type 2 diabetes, we reverse high cholesterol, we reverse PCOS. There's even like some talks that we can start saying that we reverse like uh, uh, brain problems. Like I'm not gonna like get on video and tell you all those things. So I don't want to be like held like accountable, honestly, for, but that we're just in the beginning stages of what we're gonna be able to claim of not what we just bandage, but really what we cure. And that's really exciting. So if you think about, hey, could I be a coach? Can I be a part of this mission? Number one, let me just ask you, do you care about people? Because if you care about people, then the answer is simple, yes. You can pay this forward. 93% of the people you know need this. 93% of the people you know need this. It's not based on weight. It's not even, I mean, it could be somebody's in a perfect weight range or somebody has 150 pounds to lose and everywhere in between. Metabolic dysfunction is hiding in plain sight amongst 93% of people. So that's the data. We have people that need this, and we have the science that we can reverse this, that we can change this, you guys. And this gets me excited because I really believe that everybody is created with one life, and we can help people live their life to the fullest. That their each day matters, and that they don't have to be like, I think back to my story, that they don't have to count the hours until they go to bed. They don't have to live in chronic fatigue, chronic bloating, have zero energy. We can help people change their stories. And so this really isn't, it's a business, yes, but it's a mission. And is that not so fun that you can earn an income, which Allie's going to talk about in a second, and make a significant impact in the world? Like, isn't that the dream come true? Like, I don't know if you've like thought about people who like Bill Gates or the Apple guy, whatever his name is. Like they've done these like, or Thomas Edison, like they've done these significant discoveries, and it has benefited them, their legacy, their families, and it has blessed and changed the world. That's the opportunity that we have in our hands. So Allie, she's going to talk to us about the different kind of income opportunity for new coaches that just launched specifically for that just came out this month for brand new coaches in their first 3 months. So Allie, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, we're going to show you some slides and kind of put that up there to kind of go through what these bonus opportunities look like, kind of some different scenarios. But I just want to say too, something that, who was it that mentioned this on one of our Zooms last week? And he said, you know, if people say that money can't buy happiness, they just haven't given enough of it away. And kind of saying some people, it's like, well, no, I don't need all that money. I don't need, but maybe it's not for you. Or maybe it's, you know, you take care of your things, you take care of your family. I'm sure we can all think of things that we could use some extra money for. And, you know, like Anna said, like what we get paid to do, you know, we get paid to make that impact. But it's like, how can we, you know, when good people make good money, they can do really great things with it. And so I don't know if you guys ever get these, but I have if I'm on Facebook, I get these reels where people go and like, you know, someone's checking out at the grocery store or at Walmart or whatever, and someone comes along and swipes their card and like pays for the other person's groceries. I like bawl like a baby every single time. And I'm like, this is what I want to be able to do on a larger scale. Or when you go into a restaurant and you pay for someone's meal, like, okay, that person, that couple over there, you know, we're gonna get their bill. Like just things like that. And I'm like, how cool would that be to just, I don't know, to just be able to do that whenever and how, you know, however often you want to. So that's the kind of stuff that excites me. So Anna, if you could share the slides, we're gonna go through some just scenarios, what this could look like coming on as a new coach. The bonuses are absolutely insane. So let's just say your first month as a coach, you brought on 5 new clients, you would get a $1,000 bonus. And that is in addition to your regular commission that you get paid on every client. So it would end up being somewhere around $1,600. Your second month, you bring on another five new clients. You get a $1,500 bonus, again, in addition to commission. So that kind of shows over on the right side. And then your third month, a $2,000 bonus for bringing on five more clients. So you're going to have your five new clients, you're going to have your people reordering each month. And so this can really add up very quickly. I don't even know what the total ends up being. It's something insane.
The
Do you
very
have?
minimum would be if somebody brought on five new clients this month, five new next month, and five new the month after, and they didn't have any reorders. I believe the minimum would be it's just right at like $7,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But that
it's
is, but most clients stay on like 9+ months. So you're talking about like people reordering, that is going to be way, but baseline, I think it's like right around like I think it, from what I read, it was like almost $7,000.
Yeah, do you? I don't know if we did this on the slides, but we have like a couple different scenarios of what this could look like in like 6 month earnings, but kind of some different scenarios in terms of like how much time you are willing to put into this. Because again, not everybody is like wants to come in and just like do all the things and support all the clients and build this massive business. It doesn't have to be that way. Everyone's goals are going to be different, and your mentorship team works with you to kind of give you a path to get to whatever goal you have. But just to kind of know what's possible is just, it's kind of nice to know that is an option. So, scenario one, so this is like a side income coach. So, this is if you were consistent, part-time effort, you brought on about three clients a month. In 6 months, you'd be looking at about $7,300. And that would be about 18 people's lives, 18 clients, 18 lives impacted. Scenario two, on the momentum builder. So this is really focused effort, growing confidence, about five clients a month. In 6 months, that would be about $19,000, you guys. $19,000. That's insane. That's bringing on five new clients each month. And that includes all your bonuses. That blows my mind. These bonuses were not here when we came on, but that's okay. I was excited about my $150 bonus. I was like, this is awesome. And then scenario three, the accelerated builder. So this is really like intentional leadership and leverage. They're, helping their clients, but then bringing on their clients to help them help other people as well. Seven clients a month, 6 month earnings, $27,000 in 6 months by bringing seven clients on a month. That's 42 lives impacted. So those numbers are just absolutely insane. But again, you just feel like we're just so excited that we get this perfect blend of like we get to help people and we get to make really good money doing it. Like it's just the best scenario. So that's what we got as far as the bonuses go. And like it says here, you can help others earn these bonuses. That's actually a really good point. So you can help other people earn those bonuses, and Optavia is actually going to match that bonus and you will get it too. So you have like so many opportunities to be just getting the bonuses for you yourself. But then as you're helping other people grow their business, you'll be getting matched bonuses, if that makes sense. So, did I miss anything about that, Anna?
No, I mean, it's what's really cool is you guys will find that people are willing to become clients and coaches early on in their journey. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've signed up over the years and even in the last 6 weeks who became a client and a coach in the same exact window of time. So that's why we put that out there is that as you not just sign up clients, but as you bring on coaches, and if they earn that $1,000 bonus for bringing on five new clients, you earn that $1,000 bonus. If they earn the $1,500 one, you get the $1,500 one matching for being their sponsoring coach. They earn the $2,000 one, you get the $2,000 one. So there's so many ways to earn. And you might be wondering, like, why is Optavia giving out these kind of bonuses right now? Like, because this did not exist when like Allie and I came into this. Like, and I will just speak for Allie and I, we both make multiple six figures doing this. Um, but we didn't have these bonuses to lean on. And these bonuses are just for new coaches. They aren't for me or for Allie. And that's because in July, or between now and July, we're going through a massive marketing shift because of the new clinical government approved studies that we have. And so July is going to be a massive launch, and they want to lock in focused coaches, coaches who are on board, on the mission, bringing new people in preparation for that July season. So these bonuses, they've never existed before right now. Let me just say that, like, they've never existed before right now. Like, these are brand new, and they're really to benefit anybody who would come on in the early part of 2026. So feel free to throw any kind of questions that you have in the chat, because Allie and I are going to answer anything that is important or pressing to you. But I thought to get started while everybody's throwing their questions in the chat, Allie, that we would hit on some of the most common questions that we get. So I'm going to go off the first one is because it feels relevant because we just talked about income, but how do we get clients? Do you want to answer that one or?
Yeah. So finding clients, I mean, that's something that you're going to work, with your mentorship team on. That's what's so great about this. Like, you are not just like, you become a coach and we're like, okay, good luck. Like, good luck and learn how to grow your business on your
Yeah.
own. Like, you get to be part of a team. And again, we figure out like what your goals are. And then we kind of match that, with whatever system. So we have lots of different kind of simple systems that we can, plug you into. But as far as finding clients, again, lots of different ways we can do that. We obviously have social media is a very big way that we can just get this out to more people than most of us typically can in person. But we do have a lot of people who grow, very great businesses just with
Yeah.
in-person connections. Because they just see a lot of people each day. They have a big network. They know a lot of people. So we are just talking to people. We are trying to, figure out if they have a problem that we can help solve. And again, we kind of walk you through that whole piece of it. But yeah, so finding clients is just really something that will help you with your social media, whether that's with posting. And there's a lot of people that come into this, they're like, I don't know about the posting thing. I don't really like putting myself out there. I don't really, and that's okay. Like, we have everyone start from so many different points. And I think that's something that you just grow into and you gain more confidence as you do it because you start seeing the benefit. We have a little visitor here. Start seeing the benefit of it and how many people are getting this opportunity because we're putting ourselves out there and being open to sharing. But yeah, so then social media, in person, what am I missing?
Yeah, no. I mean, and I tell people think of it like you're a hairstylist, is that as you acquire clients, people are going to be bragging about you to their family and friends. So referrals are a really big part of it too, is that as you help clients get results, they're going to tell their family, they're going to tell their friends, people are going to be noticing, and they're going to give you or give them your name. And so at this point, Andrew and I, like, half our business is referrals. So I love that. But hey, I love that JoJo is there. And this is just proof that and I say this all the time, we don't eject from our lives to build this business and to serve people. Like, we do it in the middle of it. And so love that she's there. Like, that's so fun. Question from Lisa. What if you don't have 5 clients the first month, but you do the second month? Do you get the bonus? Yes. So you would begin. So, like, let's say, yeah, this month, let's say you bring on 3. Like, you're still going to get paid. You're still going to get compensation from that. But then next month, let's say you got 5, it would still be 1,000 because it's kind of like it unlocks each level of the bonus. And then it would be then your third month would be the $1,500 one instead of the $2,000 one. So, what are some business building actions? That's a question here, Allie.
Yeah, so business building actions, that's going to be your posts. So it's going to be, yeah, your posts on social media. It's going to be the conversations that we're having in the background because again, this is really where it's at is having those conversations with people. And, sometimes it's just going to be relationship building and other times, again, we're going to be figuring out if people have a problem that we can help solve. Because we know, as Anna said, 9 out of 10 people are struggling with metabolic dysfunction. Even if they don't always look like it, you will get people that reach out to you that you're like, what, you? Like, you need to, even if it is just weight loss or, but they could be like, I only have 5 pounds to lose, but I feel awful. Like they don't have their nutrition in check and they're not feeling well. So yeah, so that's going to be a big thing that we do is having those conversations, putting those posts out. We're building our network, we're growing our network of people. So kind of goes along with what Nikki you said. What if you don't have a big social circle for in-person contacts? That's the thing is we're going to be growing this circle as you go. Um, so that's going to be something that we also, help you do, and you're going to kind of be, expanding that. And then follow up. Follow up's a big thing that we do as far as business building actions because not everybody's going to be ready right away. I don't know, those of you that are clients, where you guys were at, did you jump on right away? Did you watch your coach for a while? I know I reached out a year before I started program. So I was one of those that like she followed up with me. And then when I was finally like, all right, apparently I can't do this on my own, I finally was like, let's do it. And so that's where that follow up is going to come into play. But those are all those business building actions are the things that your mentorship team helps you through.
Yeah, that's really good. I wouldn't add anything to that. Spot on. Okay, another question that we often get asked is how much time do I have to give? Which I think that goes really well, piggybacking off of what Allie just said. You are your own boss. Like you really are. Like you're not employed by your mentorship team, you're not employed by Optavia. You are your boss. So you get to decide how much time you give to this. But we run everything, the system that we've created for new coaches. We call it our simplicity filter, and everything has to flow through that simplicity filter. And the simplicity filter is, could a parent with a full-time job do this? And if the answer is no, then we do not make it a part of our system. So we make it incredibly simple. The actions are not hard at all. The thing that people often struggle with is being their own boss sometimes and being disciplined. Like that's the real talk. Um, but how much time do you give? I tell people during their launch phase, that first week or two, you need to plan for about minimum half an hour, but really an hour a day. And that's going to help you get that solid runway that you need to connect with the people, to share your story. And we're not just saying like weight loss pictures, like we're saying like metabolic dysfunction. You're sharing about, I've got my energy back, I've got my confidence back, my jeans are fitting again, my rings are fitting, I'm getting better sleep. Um, so about 30 minutes an hour a day, but from there, like Allie said, you tell us what your goals are and we map out what that is going to look like to earn these bonuses. I would say you need to plan for about an hour a day, but if you do the math, about an hour a day divided by 1,600 your first month, like that's insane hourly pay. And so, but you get to decide how much time. So for me in the beginning, it was a half an hour. And then I started what once took me an hour to do because I built my skills. It only took me a half an hour. So then my hour, it was, what's the word I'm looking for? My capacity grew. And so my hour was even better. But then my income started to grow. I started making $500 a month and 1,000. And then it was like, okay, well, let me give a little bit more time to this. And then it was like, all right, now I'm earning $2,000. So it really depends on what you want to earn. But I will tell you, sky is the limit. And I don't say that to be funny. Really, the effort you give determines the outcomes you get. So there's a short answer on that.
Yeah, that's good. I know Lisa had asked, is there a template to track your clients? Yep, you can track your clients who you need to follow up with. Everybody has their own little systems and trackers and things, but your mentorship can share what they use. Everybody's brains work a little bit different. I love my lists and my spreadsheets and all my things, which not everybody is that way, but you can totally have a notebook. Everyone does it a little bit different, but yes, you will be able to track your clients and everybody you need to follow up with.
Yep. And then, one other thing, like to piggyback off that mentorship and to say this again, because I don't think we can exhaust this, is that you're put into a mentorship team. Like you are not like soloing this. You ask questions, they help you with your next step. We don't take the next step for you. We can't force you into the action, but we can help you execute it if you so choose to take those next steps. So the coaches that I work with, they get results should they choose to do the action. And so, um, but we love what we do. And that's why Allie and I, we've been having so many conversations with so many people that we're like, let's just get on a quick Zoom and answer all the questions that most people have. Allie, am I missing any question that hasn't been asked that might be helpful?
I was just gonna kind of piggyback off what you just said because if you guys think about it, those of you again that are clients and you're on the 5-in-1, when you follow 5-in-1, right, to a T, you follow 5-in-1, what happens? You get results,
Results.
right? Works every time. Every single time it will work. It's the same thing with coaching. It's like if you do the actions, if you follow the plan, follow the system, you're going to get results. And so I think it's just like Anna said, with it's the discipline, it's the consistency with it, and because not everybody's ready right away. They may watch you for a while. I mean, I have people now that are like, all right, I've been watching you for 5 years. I'm ready to do this. I'm like, 5 years. But that's what it takes. They're in the season where they're ready now. So thank goodness I am still here and I am still showing up every day because that's they came to me first. So you want to, stay top of mind for those people. So when they're ready, you're there.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. And then two other quick things. Number one, people will ask, do I need to be a health expert? Do I need to have been at my goal? The answer is absolutely not. Um, Absolutely not. There's actually a coach on here. Lynn, I'm going to shout you out. Lynn jumped into plan when she was down, or jumped into coaching when she was down 20 pounds and went on to lose 118. Lynn, you can maybe clarify in the chat. And she has served a lot of people. And she just shared her journey in real time. And she's just one example of many that you don't have to be at the finish line. People want a leader who's real. People want to see they don't want another infomercial, my friends. They don't want another perfect after story. They want somebody to see that they're in the trenches. And that now that I'm even at my goal, I'm still sharing what I'm eating for dinner, how like I'm leading myself because I'm not done leading myself just because I'm at my goal. Like I'm still leading myself. And that's what people need to see is how do I lead me? And if you're like really concerned about like dietitians and nutritionists, guys, we've got nutritionists, we've got a nutritionist hotline, dietitians that we work with. That, if there's ever a question that's over my head, I know who to go to. My role as a coach is to be accountability, to be an ally, and to help people remember their whys. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I think if you ask any single coach, well, it's really hard to, I guess, boil it down to like what's your favorite part. There's just so many positives about it. It's actually really hard to think of like what would be the downside of coaching. Like there
Yeah.
isn't. But like one of the huge benefits that was really important to me is I knew if I was helping others on their journey that
Yeah.
I would be way more like I would be way more likely to stick to my own plan, to keep health a priority for myself. And I think,
100%.
in addition to that, like when you're helping others, you're learning so much more about the program, about yourself, about health. Like it just because they're going to have a question that you've never had before, or they're going to go experience something that you've never experienced before. So the what you're going to learn by helping others is just
Mhm.
so worth it. And yeah, and keeping like for 5 years being able to keep my health a priority, like that's insane to me. Like I've done 20 gazillion diets before and everything was just these short-term little things. But this keeps me focused because I have people who are counting on me. I have people who are watching me. So when you can put in that strong layer of accountability, like that's just the biggest benefit to me.
Yep. One, that is it right there. Like accountability. Huge. Okay, one more question. Somebody asked this in the chat, and I just thought if anybody didn't see this in chat, it'd be helpful to hear is that the investment to start coaching. So the investment is $199. That is a one-time like investment at your, I guess, at the start. We don't have dues, like we don't have monthly dues. Like I've got friends that are part of different things that they have to pay like $50 a month to keep their like status. So we don't have dues. We don't have quotas. We don't have volumes that we have to keep or certain number of clients or sales or whatever. Like you get to decide what that looks like. And I'm very thankful for that. So it's $199 to start. You get your coaching license. People are like, what does that get me? It gets you your license. You'll get like a box with like some like fun little like binders and stuff. But really what it is, it gives you the license to be an Optavia coach and to be like under the covering of Optavia's like protection and credibility and things like that. And then yearly on your anniversary, it's $199 to renew. So that is it. If you would have told me in the beginning when I invested my 100, I kind of advocated at one point, like, can we raise it a little bit? Because I just think because it's $199, it just sounds too good to be true sometimes. Like I'm like, I think back if Anna of 2021 could see where I am today, I would have been like, here's $20,000 for a coaching kit. So just putting that out there. But anything else, Allie?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That
This is I was gonna say this is a great season to jump in as a coach because everybody's ready. And I don't know if you guys saw the CDC or not the CDC, the health like Kennedy today. Basically he's putting forth like the new nutrition stuff. You guys, it's Optavia. It's metabolic health. It's eating every 2 to 3 hours, eating smaller meals. He's like, I'm watching this, and then our transition phase is I'm like, see, we're already ahead of the game. So
Yep.
yeah. So it's just Kennedy is the health secretary. I'm just throwing out random names. I should probably put some context with that. But it's a really great season with it being the new year and all of that. So
Yep. Yep. People are looking for something, and those that already kind of started something early January, like many of them are going to be looking for something else soon. That's just typically the flow of it. And we know we have a solution. Like we truly have the best thing out there. So I'm excited for you guys.
yes, awesome. So reach out to the person who invited you if you've got further questions. We can walk you through the next steps. It's really simple. And once you jump in, you'll be put into your mentorship team, which is your sponsoring coach plus their mentors, which are their sponsoring coaches. So you're going to have multiple layers of support. And then we'll get a Zoom going, hearing about your goals and get started. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. All right.
Awesome.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
All right. Bye.